Hello students from all corners of the earth. I am your IELTS tutor Jack, and welcome back to another episode of the IELTS Plus English podcast. Okay, today we are doing photography. Be careful of your pronunciation, photography. It's a very interesting subject, something I don't know much about. We will talk about that soon. But before we start, a little announcement. Just make sure if you are on the podcast you're listening, I want you to be aware that on the YouTube channel, I do give full subtitles, so you do have a script for each episode. I think that could be useful for some students. On the other hand, if you are on YouTube, thanks for watching. And if you want something convenient to have in your pocket and listen to while you're commuting to work or something, I am on all podcast platforms, so you can hear me there. Now, today we are talking about photography. Of course, if you want this wonderful list of vocabulary and expressions all connected to photography, you know where to go. www.jax-english.com. So with that said, let's talk about photography and do some IELTS questions. Part 1, question 1. Do you like taking photographs? I'm not a huge fan of taking photographs. I do like taking them. I like taking photographs of my daughter particularly, and also landscape. The reason I haven't really got into photography is I think because I've never had a decent camera, and also I don't have a decent phone. So with both of those cases, it's made it difficult to take nice photos. Next question. Do you prefer to take pictures of people or of scenery? Both. I would say both. I love to take pictures of scenery, particularly mountains, water. I don't know why. I like water, lakes, rivers. But I also like to take pictures of my family, friends, although I am very bad at it. Good. Okay, let's do a part 2. Now, I'm seeing part 2 now, and I think I would like to mention something. The question is this: describe a photograph you like. Now, I haven't prepared this, so I don't know what's going to happen, but my immediate reaction, and this should be your reaction as well, is that it's a really narrow topic. It's going to be really difficult to give a good long answer. Describe a photograph you like. There's only so much you can say. So the first thing you must think when you get a very simple question and you're thinking, oh, what can I say? You need to move towards an area you can talk about a lot. So for example, if the photograph is a mountain, move towards talking about hiking and climbing. If it's a photo of your best friend, talk about who your best friend is, their personality, their character. So we need to sort of change lanes into something we can say a lot about. So let's see how I do. So describe a photograph you like. 2 minutes starts now. I'd like to tell you about a photograph of my daughter. Last year, I had a daughter. So she's now about 1.5 years old. She's growing very quickly. It's been an amazing experience to raise her, and of course, being a parent, you take a lot of photographs of your children. It could be photographs, it could be videos. I know I like doing both. Now, the photograph I'm talking about is we went to a kids' cafe. Simply, a kids' cafe is where a child can play amongst toys and different climbing frames. And she's just enjoying herself in the kids' cafe. And I took a photo. She looks so cute, of course. And that's the photograph I like. So let me tell you a little more about this photo and the kids' cafe. The photo is of my daughter just playing amongst toys, and she's very near some other kids, and she's showing interest in the other kids. This was quite significant to me because she's so young and shy, and interacting with other children is challenging. It's a new thing to her. So in this photograph, I captured her interacting and looking and touching other children, which I just thought was absolutely wonderful. For me personally, of course, I love photographs of my daughter, and it's been a new world to me because I was never interested in photographs of other people's children. So in the future, I imagine I'm going to take a lot more photographs, and there's going to be plenty more interesting pictures. Okay, so did you see what I did there? The photograph itself was just her amongst some children. And if you think about that in itself, it's going to be very hard to fill 2 minutes. Make sure you move into other areas. In my case, I talked about my daughter's personality, growing up, the difficulties, how, taking photographs for me. Just make sure you move into other areas and plan well. Okay, let's do some part 3s. Is it easy to take good photographs? Absolutely not. There are so many elements that you need to consider. You need to consider the perspective of the photo. Sometimes you have to think about symmetry, how well balanced a photo is. These are things I don't know much about, but I know of it. And of course, you need to find the right scenery, a picturesque landscape, for example, or a very photogenic person, perhaps. So no, it's not easy to take a good photograph. Wow, 4 key words in that answer. I'm not going to tell you what they were, but there's some wonderful words that you can use. So please check out the free handout. Let's do another part 3. How has modern technology changed the way we take photographs? Modern technology has had a huge influence on the way we take photographs because phones now, we call them camera phones, and they have incredible cameras that rival very high-level DSLR cameras. They take such good pictures. So nowadays, no matter where we are, we can take good pictures. For me personally, this has been the case. I can go somewhere without taking a lot of equipment, but take quite nice photos with my camera phone. Okay, let's do one more part 3 and then wrap up. Do you think that people nowadays spend too much time taking photographs? Yes, yes I do. I think some people, not everyone, take way too many photographs, take far too much time taking photographs, and also they cause trouble in society by taking so many photographs. So maybe they are holding people up in a line, or maybe they're putting other people in danger. We're seeing more and more cases of that. We're seeing cases of people actually dying while trying to get into a particular shot or take a particular photo, which is horrible. So I remember recently I saw a video of some girls in London in an Italian restaurant, I think, and they kept going outside of the restaurant and taking photos through the window of their table, and they took so long that their meal must have been freezing cold by the time they actually ate. So yes, I think people take far too much time taking photographs. Good, okay, quite an easy one today, I would say, for most people, especially because of phones. We all take photographs, I think. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you go to my website, www.jax-english.com, and I hope you like the podcast or the video and subscribe, comment, and be part of the IELTS Plus community. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next episode to talk about science. Oh dear, that is a tough one for me. Let's see how we do. Have a good week and see you then. Bye-bye.